But like if you enter those, it's really like only 10% chance you will be able to come out. Like since you don't know many people, I will say enjoy the down life because that's where all the people meet with each other.
So can you get into a less competitive degree and then change to CS?
Yeah. It just depends on how many credits are matching and how many you have to take more.
I didn't know that.
Obviously, you cannot say you're gonna work here in US. You have to say 100%.
Lie with your teeth.
You have to say that no, I'm coming back for my home country.
Yeah. Cool. So Abhiraj, thank you for coming in. This is the 4th podcast. You had an interesting question right after you came. Why do I do this? And I want to repeat the answer quickly. Like I said, the vlogs are for digital documentation. That's how I started. But then they don't get much attention because I'm a no one. So you have to give some trade in
some type of
So it's like information for attention, and that's where the insights and information came in. And I think that a lot of people who are in front of this journey, in the sense that who are not, who are still applying, who are in their, let's say, high school, or if they want to do masters, then in their undergrad, have no idea, and we have some idea. So this is like a black box, and there is a lot of value that can be generated here. So I take almost all MSCS questions and I have been able to answer them properly, but there are a lot of undergrad questions.
Yeah.
So I thought to bring you in.
No, I will try my best to answer them all. I mean, I can answer the majority part of questions, and if you want to go into the intricate and like detailed ones, like how you should plan.
It's more experiential than factual, so I want to know why you came, what
you also need some tips and tricks.
Yeah, probably. Probably.
Because like if you ask like the general question, like if I can go back for starting semester, what things I can improve or like do.
Yeah.
I have some answers for those if you need them.
Yes, I would need that.
Awesome. Oh, yeah, I asked the questions to you regarding why you do podcasts because like I love your answer, but like I've seen like these few years there's a trend going on.
Right.
Everyone starting their own podcasts online and getting to interview people. So I'm just like, what's about?
Right. And I think living abroad, I've seen a bunch of videos where like there are 2 or 3 prominent YouTubers right now, and their podcasts are they don't do podcasts as such. They do interviews where they just interview someone that what are the best tricks for resume or the best tricks for job hunt, but there are no podcasts as such because podcasts are supposed to be navigating through the discussion rather than having a fixed set of questions and then question answer rather than Q&A. So that is what I thought of setting up. Let's see, it's just the 4th video, so only after I've done 30-40 videos can I say, okay, it's a podcast.
That makes sense.
But that's the idea. So I want to start with, where are you from? I don't know that.
Oh, that's okay. So I'm originally from UP, Lucknow.
Okay.
So Uttar Pradesh in India.
Okay.
And in a city called Lucknow, which is also known as City of Nawabs.
Yes, I went to Lucknow by the way. I didn't know that.
Oh.
This is like, I would have talked about this, but I had a wedding in Haryana. I forgot the name of the place. Oh, it was in Rania, which is off Sirsa. So I had to go to basically Sirsa for the wedding this summer. And I always wanted to go to Lucknow because my mom told me about the Bhool Bhulaiya. That's the only thing. And I knew about the food. But I didn't want to spend an entire day because I didn't have any friends in Lucknow. So I'd stay in Lucknow. So what I did was I had to take a flight to Delhi. So I took a layover of like 8 hours. And I went and I had like 3 meals. I was so full. And then I went to Bhool Bhulaiya and I think the correct pronunciation is Bara Imamba.
Yeah. It's a pretty cool place. But like for me, I've been staying there for like years. So.
And it was extremely hot. It was 43 degrees. My feet was, because you have to open your shoes, right? My feet was burning but it was nice. Like I really enjoyed the Bhool Bhulaiya, and I'm not a wanderlust person. Like I'm not an explorer. But the idea that there are so many entries but only one exit, some 2 to the power.
I think like these few years they have closed down many of them because there were many instances of people like not able to come out, getting lost inside them. Because the one majority which is open to the majority people is like the above of the pool.
Right.
But there's like catacombs like underneath them, which are the super main ones, where the kings or whatever people are gonna hide. And all the soldiers are gonna like guard those. But like if you enter those, it's really like only 10% chance you will be able to come out. So they just locked all of them. because they don't want people to get lost
Yeah.
for a public attraction.
And they've also, I think, mandated a guide. If you're not
Yeah.
like a local, then
If you're not a local, you need a guide.
And I mean, I would need a. I can't even go
Oh,
to
yeah.
the yeah, for the first time. But yeah, Lucknow has a vibe. Lucknow is like no other place. Like it has a vibe. Like some cities are just okay. They're like commercial place and
Yes,
it's
yeah.
fine. But Lucknow had a vibe. It's like that hustling, bustling thing. So
Yeah, I think it's because of its history and stuff.
yeah.
So
So
it's pretty
and like people ask me that was it worth it just for going for the food, leaving the history part aside. Like if I don't have to visit the places, because food is good in Delhi. Some people argue that food is better in Kolkata. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then food is Bangalore. Food is better in Bangalore. A lot of people in Bangalore have. But in my opinion, I really liked. Do you eat non-veg?
I started eating non-veg.
So you said after coming.
Yeah, after
Are your
coming.
parents, if your parents watch this, are they going to be mad?
No, I already told them.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they were the one, but like I told them like when I came here at ASU, or like in US abroad,
Okay.
that like everything was like non-veg. I won't say
Right,
everything,
right.
but like since
Yeah,
these
90%
start few years,
yeah.
people have started going to like becoming vegans and attaining more like
Yeah.
like non-protein diets.
Yeah.
So that's a better thing, but like I mean, when I started at ASU, there were not too many options because many people stay at Tukar, right? Whenever they come, I was not staying at Tukar, but like I was able to get the guest passes enough from my friends
Okay.
to go to the Tukar dining halls and the dining halls, and they don't have much. They didn't have much like vegetarian options.
Okay.
So I just.
What was the
switched
first
to
thing you
chicken.
tried?
Huh?
What was the first non-veg thing you tried?
First one, I mean like the first thing which I saw a lot and I heard a lot about US and stuff was cheeseburger. I was like, okay.
So you tried with a cheeseburger?
I didn't know that. I was like, it was cheeseburger, so I thought it was a cheese in a burger. I ate it. It felt weird, quite chewy.
Right.
Then they told me it's beef. I was like, okay.
Okay.
I don't like it too much.
Have you watched Friends?
A little bit, yeah.
So there is this scene where I think Phoebe is pregnant, so she
Mhm.
can't. But the baby craves meat.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Joe is like, if you want to cheat, then do it with a hamburger. Don't do it with the chicken. So you went
Yeah.
like all in on the first non-veg meal.
But I think that's the one which was.
Yeah, most
It's
prevalent.
mostly common in
Yeah.
US. People love like beef and stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
So
meat.
you stayed off campus.
Yeah.
So is there a rule? Because this is again going back to.
Yeah,
so in
this-
bits and pieces, I'll probably pick up the questions.
I
as
think
we
this
go
is
through.
pretty important
Yeah,
questions
yeah.
for all undergrads
Yeah.
coming.
So how does that work?
Okay, I will say as if you are an undergrad coming at ASU, there will be like many different dorms. So, like the Tucker house will be mainly for the computer science or engineering students.
Mhm.
Mainly for computer science because there's been a boom of many people coming for CS.
Oh.
So it's all of it is occupied mainly by CS these days, but you will find electrical and engineering students there.
Okay.
And then there's Manzanita and San Pablo West, East, Power Day and other stuff.
Okay.
So you are not mandatory. Like you are supposed to stay there
Okay.
for 1 year if you are a new undergrad.
Mm-hmm.
They try to like fit all the students into the dorms
Okay.
if they can.
Okay.
So like if you really want to stay in a dorm and enjoy the dorm life
Uh-huh.
of colleges as an undergrad,
Yeah.
which I would recommend you
Yeah.
because like since you're coming abroad, I will assume you don't know many people here.
Right.
Unless you come with your friends and stuff to
Mhm.
the same university.
Mhm.
Like since you don't know many people, I will say enjoy the dorm life because that's where all the people meet with each other.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to attend and like stay at the dorms for 1 year,
Okay.
but there are some exceptions which can be made.
Okay.
That can relate to if you don't like if you have like public anxiety stuff because
Okay.
these days
Okay.
people are
Uh-huh.
having a lot of anxiety because of social media and stuff.
Right.
People don't want to go out in public, they're introverts or they don't like the food or they don't have enough options in the dining hall because if you stay in a dorm
You
will have to like
Okay.
get a meal plan
Okay.
to eat at the dorm. So if you're not able to eat that and you have like allergies and stuff,
Mhm.
or the best scenario is like you already know someone who stays like who's in Tempe and you
Oh,
can stay
okay.
with them. If you give them these reasons before applying for any like dorms and stuff,
Okay.
they will like kind of waiver it off. Be like, okay, yeah, you can go off campus, it's fine.
Okay.
But you have to do it really early.
And you have to choose the dorm, or is it assigned? Like Tucker is only for engineering.
Yeah, it is
so
assigned.
It is assigned.
If
And-
it's full, they will give it to you some different dorms. Or if they don't have any dorms for you, they might suggest you some hotels or apartments off campus,
Okay.
which are collaborating with ASU.
Oh, like Apollo and
Apollo 920 and stuff.
Apollo. I think Vertex is also. Is it? I don't know.
I think they haven't.
Because I know
collaborated.
Apollo is.
Apollo is. And also the 920, which is
Oh,
right
920.
Canvas. These are all ASU
Oh,
collaborated.
okay.
I don't think Vertex has
Vertex, okay.
yet to collab, but I think they're really close. So people, all the American students just stay in Vertex only, along with some Indians.
Okay.
But yeah, if you give them good enough reasons for that, I won't say like it is it is pretty good to stay off campus.
Okay.
But like if you give them pretty good reasons, they will allow you to stay off campus.
Okay.
But that's only if you do it really early. Like if you got the degree and like you got the application done and everything else, then the moment you are going to start applying for a dorm, just email them separately saying that I really cannot stay on dorms and these are the reasons.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure they will allow you because of so many people, like so many students coming at ASU. They won't really care like, okay, one person's staying off campus. We will fill it up with other people.
Okay. And
So,
this thing happens after you receive the admit?
After you get the what is that called? The form of
the
like,
financial guarantee form.
I mean, no. Like the application form that you are submitted, you are joined to ASU now.
Oh,
And
okay.
the
So when you're
application
applying
letter-
for ASU, then only.
Yeah. So if you get the application letter back, okay, you are welcome at ASU and stuff like that.
Okay.
Then the next step will be to apply for a dorm or
Okay.
staying. So while the application process for dorm, I can also explain because I also went through that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't apply for it because I stopped right before the submission process.
Okay.
Because I was like, I checked the prices and stuff. I was like,
It's
it's a bit on the
How much
higher
it cost?
end.
20K for a semester,
Mm.
for a year?
So for all my Indian audience, I can say it's around 6 lakhs per year or semester, right? Something like that.
Per semester. I think it's 20K for a year.
Yeah, per semester I think it's 6 to 10 lakhs. Sorry, 10 lakhs. It's around in that range.
Okay.
It depends on which rooms and which type of things you book and which.
And you have to
major.
share a room with someone else.
Yeah, I will go on that more. So like it's around that range, and you have to do it for 2 semesters. Because I really remember that my students and my friends' fees,
Okay.
like I was supposed to pay like $10,000,
Okay.
and they were supposed to pay like 18,000. So I think like $8,000 per semester.
Oh.
It's just for the Tucker house.
Oh, okay, then 16.
So,
probably.
but if you stay off campus, that's divided by 2. Like it's
Yeah.
exactly divided by 2.
Yeah.
So if you're paying 6 lakhs or $8,000 on campus, it exactly divides by 2, and you will have to pay like 4,000 for whole semester if you stay off
Yes.
campus, or
Yes.
3 lakhs, considering all the
Right.
I don't know, apartment fees and rental fees and stuff.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And when did you apply? Like, I think the application window is similar for masters. We have to apply by December for
Exactly.
For undergrad also is the same, right?
It's the same, I think.
Okay. And
So by then you are high school, 12th year,
Yeah.
12th class, or 12th grade, and while like before your exams and stuff,
Uh-huh.
you have to start. If you're doing SAT, you can do that, and then start applying to all the.
so when did
colleges.
you decide that you want to come to the US and why?
In my 12th year only. I was not
Okay.
planning to come to US, even abroad at all. I
Okay.
was not planning about
Okay.
anything. I was just gonna follow all my friends. Okay, let's go for JE,
JEE,
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like suddenly, I gave my first JE, during my January.
Oh, okay.
So like I was already starting to apply for US and
Okay.
stuff.
Mhm.
But like I was like, let's give it a chance.
Mhm.
Like maybe I get good marks in JE after my pre-boards and stuff.
Mhm.
Then I gave it and it was not that good.
Okay.
Then I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave that whole process because like then there's only 2 chances, like 2 options which you can do in India. It's either go for JE or drop 1 year and go to
Yeah.
coaching and like go through the whole process and then apply again.
Right.
JE and then JE advanced and then IIT.
But you were set on computer science in 11, 12, or at least engineering.
I was set on engineering for sure.
When did you decide that?
That was already decided back in 9th grade.
Yeah, okay.
So 9th grade, they were gonna ask you like if you're gonna go for commerce or some physics and like PCM.
Oh, yeah.
So I was already fixed on like engineering side.
Okay.
But after it came like 11th class and 12th class, I really got to like computer science and stuff.
Mm.
Then I was like, yeah, let's go for computer science, and then seeing the pay grade and how much
Yeah.
software engineers are getting paid, it was like pretty easy choice to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I was originally going for petroleum engineering
Okay.
because I was pretty good in chemistry and stuff.
Okay.
Physics was not my field
Okay.
of choice, but chemistry was good. So I was like, petroleum engineering sounds good, but I checked here, it was not really a good option.
Yeah.
Then I checked the salaries, then I was like,
Yeah.
CS is good.
Yeah.
And then I saw all the courses which were pretty similar to my high school, kinda.
Okay.
So I was like, yeah, I think I will be able to do it.
So you were set on engineering and CS happened in class 12 when you were
While I was transitioning
Okay.
from like JE and then US and abroad and stuff.
Okay.
Then I was like,
And
CS is good.
did you take the SATs?
So during it was COVID time, right?
So waived off.
So it was waived off. Yeah.
Okay. But generally, do you know if they have resumed it now? even I'm not sure, but ASU takes GRE for masters. I'm not sure if they have.
I think after the COVID, there were many changes, and I think they still allow you to do it without SAT scores.
Okay. How many schools did you apply to?
I think I applied to 4 or 5 because like I was mainly focused on JEE at that time.
Okay.
And then I was not paying too much attention on just like spamming all the colleges and applying everywhere. Like I'm not fixated on that. And I was gonna go out abroad only because like firstly my parents were really worried about that. Because like going in masters I would say is a better way because like after you experience the whole bachelor's and then you've grown up at least a little bit, you are you are easily able to manage everything on your own, living separately in some other city in India. Then going to abroad is like similar kind of, and then you might also have many friends who wants to go abroad with you. But like undergrad is mostly like all students don't know in high school what they want to do, and then just leaving everything behind and going 10,000 kilometers away.
And the risk is also bigger because what happens is sometimes people choose like I don't know stupid degrees because of their passion. So and then the ROI is kind of bad. And if you're coming to the US, there's like a big risk involved. Like you're putting a lot of money at stake. So then if it backfires, because I know so many people who have taken like non-CS degrees and then they thought, okay, this is not working out for me. And even the pay is obviously like for example mechanical and civil in India, it's like the pay is incredibly low. So after that they decide, okay, I want to go into the tech world, so they choose like product management or analytics because it's kind of too late to code and then become a software engineer. So
I think there's many changes after first year at ASU, like first or second year for undergrads. Like second year I think is the major point, and if you really want to change, just change. After that, I won't really recommend anyone to start changing your degrees because like you're already done with 2 years.
Oh yeah, so how does that happen? What do you have the flexibility to choose over? Till your second year, you have the flexibility to choose your major, like change your major.
Yes, you have the flexibility.
Oh, okay.
So like you have the flexibility in third year also, but if you talk with any advisor, they will be like straight away reject. No, just don't do it.
So can you get into a less competitive degree and then change to CS?
Yeah. It just depends on how many credits are matching and how many you have to take more.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So basically, like if you are like I had a friend, and he was studying mechanical, and then he told me like he started mechanical for 1 year, and then he just saw like it's really not working at all. He's not able to understand the concepts, and like he saw his fellow CS students is like they're doing like coding and stuff, and then he checked their assignments out, and he was like, no, I think I understand this better than that. Then he switched to CS, but the issue is like none of the classes matched, so he wasn't able to transfer the credits between the two majors. So he had to take like summer classes and other classes, like more classes during your semester.
So I think if you do it in the first year, it's still fine. Otherwise, you'll be too much into this route.
First year is only like 30 credits.
Okay.
So you can manage it during summers or like take more during other semesters. But after 2 years, because like CS also has like a flow chart, right? You have to complete this prerequisite before going to next. So up till first year, second year, I mean, I will extend it till second year also. That's also pushing it a bit. But like up till that point also, you are still able to like complete all of the process along with the whole prerequisite thing. But like if you do it after that, I don't think it's possible to do it in a flow.
And how many credits do you have to complete to graduate?
So it's total 120.
Okay.
And there's like I think critical courses which are like around 30-40 credits.
Okay.
So that includes all the operating systems,
network,
calculus, and programming classes, and also something related to that. Yeah, data structures, CS. All of these classes you have to like complete them in an order.
Okay.
So you cannot take one class before another. So you have to take everything in order. And after that, you are allowed to take some lab sciences, which is a common way of saying physics, chemistry, geology, geography, all the lab sciences thing. So like
do you take chemistry?
I took chemistry. So like for undergrads, you have to take like 3 lab sciences.
Okay.
But 2 lab sciences should be in a sequence. So like if you take lab like chemistry 1, you have to take chemistry 2. If you take physics 1, then you have to take physics 2. That considered as a sequence. And then you can take one separate, whichever. So I took geology and chemistry 1, chemistry 2. Because I thought those were the easiest. People take physics also, but I don't think many people take biology.
Oh yeah. If you're doing CS, then
because chemistry is like, I guess it's pretty same as like organic and inorganic chemistry. If you're doing like high school in India, it's pretty damn similar. Both things. Like I think up till chemistry 2 also everything is same as India colleges. Physics is also the same, but I think biology doesn't really correlate.
Okay. So you have 30 credits for a year, which means 15 credits per semester, which means 5 subjects 3 credits per subject. Roughly 5
Right.
subjects you have to take. And can you take more or less? Like,
Okay,
how is
so you don't really have to take semester-wise.
it? Okay.
Semester-wise, since you're undergrad and you are international students, you have to take 12 credits, not
Okay.
less than that.
Okay.
And nine of those credits should be in-person classes.
Okay.
So you can have like one or like I-course, online class,
Mhm.
and 9 credit worth of in-person classes.
Okay.
That considers like that accounts to total 12 credits for that semester.
Okay.
But you still have to complete 30 credits for the year.
Hmm.
So if you take 12 credits for a semester, you have to make sure your next semester have to have like the covering of the remaining
Okay.
credits. It's like 18 credits for the next
Okay.
semester.
Okay.
So that's how it manages.
So it's best to take. What do you do? Do you take 15 or?
I will say if you're coming new here, just take more. Since it's pretty simple
Yeah.
classes, just take 15 or 18 for the first few semesters, and then after last semester, just take less classes.
Yeah. And I think if you keep on taking 18, then you can probably graduate earlier. Are you planning to do that?
So I mean, if I consider my flowchart right now, I can pretty super easily graduate in 3.5 years.
Okay.
But I have to force myself to graduate in 4 years because I don't have much credits to.
Okay.
But
And you want to match it with the market and everything,
yes,
so you can
I
spend
already
more
told you
time.
like the market is not going. You already know like the
Yeah.
market right now for the jobs, it is getting better. Then there's no more layoffs going on,
Yeah.
but they are still not hiring too many people. So I was gonna just push it to 4 years.
Right.
So there's a thing for masters also, for undergrads also, where you can apply for a less credit something.
Yeah,
form.
that reduced
reduced credit
course
form,
load, yeah.
course load,
Yeah.
reduced course load
Yeah.
form. So I will just put like one credit, like not one credit, like one class, which
Okay.
is 3 credits in the last semester.
Yeah.
Just apply for that form.
Makes sense.
Just till then, like
I
I
don't have
finished-
so much time for application
Yeah.
because that's
You
like a
have the whole-
full-time role which we are going through.
Then the last few semester you don't have anything to.
And you are in your which semester are you in currently?
So this is my starting 3rd year, so I will say 5th semester.
5th semester. Okay. So you will be graduating in fall of 25, spring of 25 rather.
Spring or 25.
Spring of 25. Okay, so 2 years from now.
I think that's good enough time to wait.
Yeah, that's good enough time. Yeah. And like 1 year, you can probably just like focus on your coursework, and then last year will be just
Yeah,
towards-
focus on all your capstones and
Yeah.
other stuff which you have to do.
Okay.
Like get better at doing coding and experience all the research opportunities at ASU.
Right.
That was one other reason of me coming to ASU, which is like research opportunity.
Okay.
It's already number 1 in innovation, which is a pretty good thing. But like I had few talks with President Crow also, so I'm a part of a organization at ASU. It's called Connecting National Communities.
Oh, CIC.
CIC.
Yeah. Okay.
So like we are also part of a Cora Club, which is like Council of Religious Activities.
Okay.
Since we have a background in Christianity for our club, we don't really focus too much on that, but we have a background in that, so we have to follow everything, like just express everything related to Christianity in our
Okay.
club, but we don't force anyone.
Okay.
So, but we have to attend the meetings in that, and President Crow, I think everyone knows President Crow, who's president at ASU.
Yeah.
He also joins them, so we get to talk with him one-on-one and ask him questions related to ASU and everything.
Oh.
And I think he mentioned many times that he's opening many different colleges and he's increasing like the research fundings by like 2 times and 5 times every year.
Okay.
So like if they're getting like 10 million, like not 10 million, $100 million for research, they're trying to increase to 200, 300. So like he's really trying to like get more funding for research. So that was one of my main like ideas to come to ASU.
When did you join CIC?
I joined CSU in my first semester, I think.
First semester.
But as I was a volunteer, so I just wanted to do something.
Okay. And when did you start working on campus?
Like on campus jobs.
Yeah.
I will say after my first year, so my 3rd semester.
Third sem. Did we join? No.
No.
Were you working somewhere else?
Yeah.
Okay. And how is the scene there? Like for undergrad folks, is on-campus jobs easier to get? Because for masters, it's incredibly hard. So does it take the same number of applications to get? How many applications did you do? And what was your first job also?
Yeah. Okay. So now coming on to the jobs, on-campus jobs.
Yeah.
I will say it's a bit harsh on that.
Okay.
Not as harsh as masters. I have no idea how masters like operate. I met with many people in masters. I think most of them are working in Aramark. So that's the ASU catering one, which consists of Chipotle and other things, not Chipotle. Chick-fil-A,
Chick-fil-A.
and Qdoba. So I have many master students which I know who are working there, and they're trying really hard to get on campus ASU jobs, but they're not able to get those. So I think it's harder for masters.
Yeah.
But like for undergrads, I will say the bad thing about that is like since we have many master students here, no offense to anyone, but like we have really hard time competing for them.
Okay.
Because
For the technical
jobs,
Yeah.
not about the normal jobs. For the technical jobs like labs and research jobs, assistants, or any other jobs which consist of like leading opportunities and stuff, they will prefer masters because they have more experience. And if there's a master student who's in project management, obviously they're gonna take someone over that from a undergrad who don't know anything, who just came from high school, fresh out of high school.
Right.
I mean, there are prodigies everywhere, so but
Yeah.
in general.
Yeah.
So after my first year, I mean, if anyone who's coming at ASU and needs to do something, I have like 4 or 5 tasks they should complete. So like when they join at ASU, the moment they get their letter, so and they're ready to move. After they finish with everything related to visa, I don't think I need to talk about that. It's like it's visa, you just go to
same thing.
embassy and like apply for the visa and answer their questions, and they're gonna ask you the simple questions. Why do you want to come to ASU? What do you want to do after you finish your degree? Obviously, you cannot say you're gonna work here in US. You have to say 100%.
Lie with your teeth.
You have to say that no, I'm coming back for my home country. No offense, anyone who loves their country is awesome. But like if you want to work here, just keep saying that you want to go back. Even they don't care. They know why are you coming to ASU? Like abroad, they know that you're gonna stay here and apply for jobs. But for their formality, they just ask you those questions. And then after that, after you reach here, the first thing I will say is like before even reaching, start applying to on-campus job.
That's what I keep telling you.
Easy portal at ASU, just go there, start.
I didn't do that. Did you do that?
No, that's what I'm telling you.
And when did you start applying?
After first semester, yeah.
Oh, after first semester. Okay.
After first semester, I was like, just enjoy. I mean,
I think
for undergrads, I think it's really hard time the first semester. Not for everyone, obviously, but for like major part of undergrads, just to adjust to ASU and also staying off campuses, not off campus, staying away from your parents and like India. Let's assume one of the countries the students came from there. It's really hard.
So I think it's good that
one semester I can say it's fine, but like start applying if you are able to manage yourself properly.
And I think coursework is also harder for undergrad. In a sense, it's more in a sense of quantity rather, because you'll have more assignments because you're having 5 subjects. So every week you'll have assignments. I think masters is very chill. I mean, I have been keeping things very chill, like just escaping from the hard subjects and try to figure out what the easiest subjects are, because I need more focus for the job application and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I am very cynical about the MS degree, but I don't think it maps to any real world output or real world success. It's absolutely trash. And not just ASU, I think most MS courses it's like a cash cow program to sort of get students to. And because some people have this notion that okay, I've spent so much money, now I will take hard subjects and study. I'm like, bro, just go to YouTube and study, like, I don't know, something else. Like,
I mean, I would say undergrad is a pretty good way to learn CS.
Right.
But if you're coming for masters in undergrad, like I already know all the master students who come for CS. It's just I would say gateway to get a job.
And day one, you have to start applying from day one for internships for on campus. But I think undergrad is much. I was talking to another undergrad student. I think he's doing aerospace engineering, and I think they have a project where they have to land I forgot what it's a technical term, but they have to land it from the 5th floor of the building, so they have to throw it and they have to land a specific, let's say, item, which basically mimics like a satellite landing. So they have to attach a parachute or something like that. They are allowed to do whatever.
Those are the first few classes you have to take at ASU. So those are like the engineering courses.
Okay, that's common for everyone.
That's common for all of the engineering students. So that's, I think it's FSC 100, something like that.
Okay.
So that's like intro to engineering. They're gonna teach you the intricacies of what is engineering, and some good like group projects like the one you mentioned, like the drop test. I think that's basically they will give you like come up with some engineering mindset.
But did you guys have to do that as well?
No, we had some other. We had a Lego set project. So we had to create our own assembly line of creating a Lego car using computer software and stuff. Since we are CS, so we are more focused on softwares. And you are mentioned aerospace, right? So they are more focused on mechanical and like aerospace parachutes. So it's different, but like it's same for everyone. They have to do some group projects and like come up with some they just want you to understand what is engineering mindset.
Right.
It's not like you just come here, okay, you learn CS, this, that, done.
Right.
Just go to job, start coding. It's not that. According to ASU, it's like how you think about in an engineering way.
Right.
So that's why those classes you have to take.
Okay. And did you have multiple admits or ASU was the only one?
I think I got some offers from other places also, which is like Utah and Kansas and some other places.
Okay.
And yeah, I think somewhere, yeah, I don't remember at all
Okay.
of them.
Okay.
I think I got many offers, but the issue is like the ASU was giving pretty good scholarship here. So
Oh yeah.
for all the undergrads
yes.
who have like, I would say pretty good like what is that called? Report cards during their boards and other stuff.
Okay.
Boards and also 10th class, they consider both of them.
Mm-hmm.
If you have pretty good marks during your like high school and stuff, and you have some background in anything, if you are doing some like Olympiads and such,
Okay.
they will give you like 50% scholarship.
Okay.
You also have to go through IELTS, which is like the English proficiency test.
Okay. And so your application process is you have to put either TOEFL or IELTS score,
TOEFL or
and
IELTS,
you have to write a statement of purpose.
Statement of purpose, letter of recommendation.
Yes.
What is that?
Do you have to write essays as well?
Yeah.
Oh,
essays.
so this is different for undergrad. Graduate students don't have to write any essays.
Oh.
So it's just SOP and LOR. But I've read a lot about these essays and in these movies, right? In this Netflix.
You have to write an essay also.
Yeah, and that's like a very important driving factor.
Basically, I think it's kind of like cover written, but like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
more like
yeah.
explaining why you want to come there, why do you want to like focus on this major and stuff.
Right.
But they
So
don't
it's
really.
only one essay?
Yeah, I think it's one.
Okay.
Since ASU don't.
Anything
really
else or no?
focus.
I think ASU did not require LORs for master students. Yes.
For us, it was there. They requested LOR from Sem 1. So I just went back to my high school and asked some of my professors to write it for me.
Okay.
They're pretty happy to do that.
Okay.
I think if you are coming abroad, all of the professors at your high
Yeah,
school will be
they are,
happy.
yeah.
Let me write myself. Let me write my name there. Because they also get credits for that, right? That their students went abroad or like abroad and studied for higher studies.
Right.
So they get credits at their college, like schools and stuff.
Right.
So you can easily get LORs. I had like 2-3 professors, like
Right.
teachers to get LORs for.
Okay.
And then I had some friends who helped me write it out perfectly.
Okay.
So
Scholarship generally ranges from 5,000 to 8,000, but I've seen most people get a 5,000. I didn't get it because my GPA was 8.05. I think I only checked like UCLA and stuff because big dreams back then. So, and I think UCLA was somewhere around, like the cost was coming out to be 1.6 CR just for tuition. So then I was like, oh, okay, let's just go back to my books.
like you need to have, like as an undergrad, when you graduate from high school, you need to have like some kind of motive behind yourself.
Yeah, so in data science resume, I have like a lot of real things, but in software engineering, I have to think, okay, how do I make this a software bullet point? So